so thanks for the essays pouring in. I should have them done by the end of term. That's the plan. It'll take me 2 weeks to work through them all, and you'll get them back by the end and feedback. And if, I mean, usually there's not, but you know, if there's a problem with them, then you'll be able to resubmit it, get it back to me on the first day of next term. Okay. So you've got 2 weeks of totally ruined holiday doing your essay or revising it. Yeah, I mean, usually the common issues are sometimes too many problems with the logic or evidence, you know, often critical thinking issues. Sometimes language level is just, you know, it's not there. Not really expecting a 3+ at this point, because you've got to get to 3+ by the end, you know, but a good solid 3. And often, well, sometimes, referencing is a dog's breakfast. And, you know, everyone's going to probably have some little things about referencing. It's never perfect first time, but, you know, if it's just below a certain level and I can't pass it, I'll give it back to you with all of these things, hopefully pretty explicit and clear instructions of what you need to do to just get it over the line. Yeah? So it shouldn't take you too long to rework it if you need to. All right. Well, on the essay, another kind of mirror that we can use to look at work is, if you remember the vocabulary profiler here, make it a little bit bigger. So I'll just, if everyone's logged on, I'll activate the display. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, you'll see my screen, I hope. No. Okay. Good start to the week. All right, just have a look up here then. Under writing, next to the vocabulary profiler and the academic phrase bank, we've looked at these two. The academic phrase bank is pretty important. We looked at that on Friday, so if you weren't here, either watch the YouTube or go through it yourself. There's a lot of phrases in there and collocations that you can use for academic and professional writing. It's, good morning, good morning. So maybe we could even have some time to explore that in a minute. But this one here, readability. Readability. Readability is how readable your work is, your writing. Just wait for that to connect. So we can get a text. I'll need to get one. That'll say we'll go to Dr. Carl again. Remember Dr. Carl? Great moments in science. Now Dr. Carl's a science educator, so we'll see what level he's writing at to communicate. Dr. Carl, there you go. Okay. How much anaesthetic will knock you out? All right. Here's an article he's writing about anaesthetic. How much do you need to knock you out? So it's what we call a popular science piece, written for a general audience. If you write for a general audience, you want your material to be readable. Let's see how readable it is. We'll paste it into the box. So you just paste it in there, click process text. Now let's have a look at what this does. Guys, can you just tune into this, Rena? Otherwise you won't follow it when you do something. Okay, it checks readability. Here's a whole lot of indexes that test readability. These things have been designed, some of them a long time ago, back in the 1930s. What they were little formulas. Each one's a little bit different. They're trying to work out how difficult a text is to read and give it a score. This is mainly for adult literacy. You know, adults, for whatever reason, had their education disturbed, broken, whatever, disrupted, come back later. You find out their level, but then you want to find suitable material for them. So you do a readability test and you give them the right material to read. Okay? So over the years, many people have tried different kind of readability tests, and the measure is the number of years of education that a person needs to be able to read the text easily on the first reading. Yep, so how many years of school do you need to read that piece and the first time get what it means? So we'll run it. There's some quite long words in there. Okay, now there are several bits of data you get back. Here's one. Okay, number of characters, number of words, that's all not that important. This one is average number of words per sentence, 14. 14. So obviously, if you've got sentences that are very long, it makes it harder to read, doesn't it? We've talked a bit about this. It adds a load on the reader. You have to hold your thinking for longer before you get to the end of the idea. So a plain English rule, plain English, writing clearly and plainly for people to understand, is your sentences should be less than 20 words. That's a plain. I'll show you later stuff about plain English. Plain English was a movement that started in the 1980s, kind of as a reaction to difficult language in government documents, in legal documents.